It's the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
This is Matthews. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He was brought down by...
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
1-yard line.
To throw on second down, McDowell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a first and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, It's nothing but room to run.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Matthews. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. McDowell. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Henry Ruggs, an even 90 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Jackson on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Jackson sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, this one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good.
And now off to the races down the right side. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
A gain of 29 more yards. That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Giants 3.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run at Sanders. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense. You can't do that.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
7, Giants 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDowell. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now the 2nd down throw on target. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. McDowell escaping the pressure right. And he's going to... Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Room here to run. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And the lead is now 13.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own.
The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 1st and 10, McDowell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He sets up the screen to Matthews. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
They run it. It's Matthews. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down. 1st and 10.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be the Los Angeles Rams matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a carry for Sanders. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Miles Sanders.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To number 30.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Throwing on first down. McDowell, screen pass, it's Matthews. Not much there, only a yard.
To number 38.
Operating from the gun. McDowell, flush to his right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Third and
throwing on 3rd and long. McDowell. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Henry Ruggs, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings
another run with Sanders. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. at the 2-yard line.
Once again with Sanders. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
It's now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
On 1st, it's Matthews again. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, Matthews. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, McDowell. And that is incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders down to the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
A 3-yard pickup.
They'll go again with Sanders.
On the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they take a knee. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game.
Tonight's final score.
On both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year